Okay, this one is going to be, I feel like I don't know, I would like to know more about this place than I do. I know a little bit, so I will relay that, but I feel like there's more, as this is a pretty historic place, I guess you could say. I've done some research about it, and we talked about it a little bit. We mentioned it in the Oak Mill Plaza episode, talking about the plazas. So there is the Oak Mill Plaza. There's also Plaza del Prado in Glenview, and then and then this, which is Plaza del Lago, which is in this is Wilmette and Kenilworth, right on the northern border of Wilmette. So all the way east on the lake, and so all the way east in Wilmette, all the way north in Wilmette, so the northeast corner. And then it's the southeast corner of Kenilworth, which is another suburb just to the north of Wilmette. And what you have here is a shopping mall. No, I guess that's wrong. It's not a shopping mall. This is a strip mall. It seems it's not a shopping mall. There is no. Let me completely strike that. This is not a shopping mall. It is a car park with stores, and it's commonly known in other places as a strip mall. We'll see if they have other types of branding or other types of words to use. Now, of course, we're looking for skill space. This is still a skill space video. This is definitely skill space. But what's important about this place is that it is the second oldest, so therefore one of the first strip malls, for lack of a better word. I don't think they're going to want to use that term around here. That's my guess. But yeah, it's one of the first strip malls, basically. It's one of the first outdoor malls, a car park. The whole idea that, hey, and so it was built in 1926 or 25, 26. This is during the opulent years of the 1920s, which developed or were the antecedent, what happened after World War I. So the World War I ends, and then you go into the 20s. There's money. People are in a better financial place, and so they're looking to do things. And this is one of the ideas they came up with. Also, at this point, prior to World War I, in like the early 1910s, so like 1911, 1912, 1913. Think about what kind of cars were available back then. So it was like even more minimal. Whereas like when you get into when you get into the 20s, basically, now you're kind of starting to see like the Model Ts, and like you're getting a sense that like wealthy people and possibly even some people in the middle class are starting to get cars, and so they're gonna, it's a good chance that they're gonna want to go shopping, and this idea kind of came around to it's like, hey, we'll have a parking lot and people could park their. This is a revolutionary idea back then, and people can drive to the parking lot. They can park their cars, they get out of the car, shop, go back in their car, and then go back where they came from. Go home, go somewhere else. So this was a very new idea at the time. And and so in 1926, this is actually 100 years old. This place is 100 years old. Now, I would tell you that I was here about so I grew up in this general area in Glenview, and I had not known about this place or been here the whole time that I had lived in this area. I'm not exactly, we went, our family, we went to a bunch of other places. I mean, we kind of knew the area fairly well. We didn't go everywhere, but I was surprised that when I sort of stumbled across this, didn't know about it, never been here before, and that it was like a discovery. You'll make your own discoveries in your towns. This was one of the ones that I made in mine. In my general the area that I grew up anyway. And I brought that up though too because and look at these. Just take a note of these kind of I guess they're usually apartment buildings, but the lake is right there. That's the lake. So you just get a sense of like where this is. It's definitely in the north of downtown Chicago. But so like I was saying, I was here about 2024, 2 years ago, or maybe 3 years ago, when I first like kind of stumbled across it. And all I know is that they've definitely been putting in a lot of work into it to like spruce it up, and also that it seems like a bunch is done. Like they didn't have a lot of there were stores that were storefronts that were empty when I saw it, and I just know that they've like really so what you see today is not like the way it's been for the last like I don't know 3 years ago and I don't know, a lot of businesses, they go in fits and starts and waves and what's popular and stuff. So, and you can also see so now you're starting to get into the actual area. We have some outdoor seating here, and but you can see this sort of Spanish influenced architecture, which it seems to be suggested that that in the 1920s, in the mid 1920s, that the Spanish architecture was somehow a sign of opulence, of wealth, and so that was the reason it was developed like this. That was the style that they chose, and they've also kept. The developers and people who own it now, they've decided to keep that aesthetic and continue with the history of this sort of Spanish style, which also goes along with the name Plaza del Lago, which is basically a Lago is the sea or lake, so it's the plaza or the sort of open area of the lake, near the lake. And then, as I mentioned before, is Plaza del Prado, which is the Plaza of the Prairie. And I have no idea if they are connected, although this type of arch is at the Plaza del Prado as well. So, and they're similar names, but I don't see too much of the Spanish, these like ceramic tiles and stuff on the ceiling. You don't see that necessarily at the Plaza del Prado. So not sure. And I'm just keeping in mind, we're still doing skill space here, but speaking of which, I haven't seen anything yet, especially nothing with grass. All I see is a lot of asphalt and stores and stuff. So we'll keep an eye on that. There was that little area over there, but I don't think so. Yeah, they've got like these little cut-through brick paths, and but I don't think that this does. I mean, it makes me think of like, if you're going to do some, there's joggling, but then there's walking and joggling. Like if you were walking and juggling here for a video, I guess that'd be kind of fun. Actually, it's really, this is really nice that they have this so that you're able to make your way through the parking lot, without being, without the cars getting in your way. I mean, so I don't know if I've ever seen anything like this, quite like this. I think this also might be, I don't remember it being like this the last time I was here, and these trees seem relatively new, so this might all be recent landscaping, which I'm not 100% about, but I'm putting in a guess that it is. So here's another view of Plaza del Lago. And I know that some of these, so they have a grocery store, a pharmacy, And some of these stores, I'm to understand that they are a bit of dough, a bit of money. This is like I would classify this as resort. That's like an easy way to say it, minus the tourist. So it's sort of like residential resort style with Spanish accents. It's not. This was the in the pictures online. This is sort of the tower. There seems to be the focal point of the whole assemblage. So, I mean, they definitely have a lot of parking. They also have. They're kind of, this thing is surrounded by the neighborhoods too, so people don't have to walk that far as well. So that was kind of a nice idea. It's like not only is it a car park, but for people who live nearby, because a lot of strip malls, they can be really detached from neighborhoods. So in this case, the neighborhood is really, as you can see kind of here, it's like across the street. There's houses like this, and those apartments that we saw on the other side. So it really feels like, I mean, this just feels like I'm in, any, pretty much any vacation spot. Like I said, resort. I mean, it's got that vibe, and I mean, that's just what it is. As far as skill space is concerned, like not seeing too much. Here's the map. In 2026. This is, I don't think this was here before that I remember, so I think a lot of this is new. They've got a coming soon for some of these, are coming soon, I guess, based on the sign here. And they have these crests. I don't know if they have any meaning whatsoever. And restaurants. So this is the restaurant, but yeah, I don't see any like the skill. Like you get a skill here, wood chips. Really, I don't think so. It's not. It doesn't seem like too much of a good idea. So, and we talked about the outdoor Parisian style that has been more popular since post-COVID years. And I mean, this is a great day to see this. Last time I was here was in the winter, and this is Chicago. It's still Chicago. It looks like a resort, but this is Chicago. This is definitely Chicago. And in the winter, it is frozen, and it could be nasty. It could be not like the place you want to like hang out. But then you still have the car park, so it really functions. It really works because even in the winter, you're gonna still even in the winter, you're still gonna be able to drive right there. Go shopping, and then go back in your car and go home, which is basically, what we take completely for granted today is the basis of what this is all about. And the location of it is, being right on the lake here. You have to learn. This is a part of it I don't know is exactly what was how that all came together. So I don't know. I read something about there was a guy who owned some land and it didn't get incorporated into Wilmette. It was like, they kind of called it no man's land. So I guess this was no man's land. And so but I'm not exactly sure about all those details and then how it became.